Here's Mr. Brazil making a rare political statement.
2008-11 at Sparta Prague over in Czech Republic, or Czech, well, I still see it as the old Czech Republic, Czechoslovakia.
Well, thanks, I'm sure they're delighted.
Yeah, he doesn't agree. He doesn't recognise Slovakia as a separate state.
He still thinks it's the old Soviet Union.
Yeah, for me. Anyway, Andy.
Here's the big man chatting with Reading manager Steve Clarke.
Yeah. Lovely part of the world as well, Steve, for a football club, that M40, M4.
Yeah, so it's always good to do the motorway stuff with him, isn't it?
It's
great,
tremendous. Not really a lovely part of the world, is it?
No, it's really. I love the services there. I love to go along and, top of the M4. Heston services. So, this is one of our favourite clips from 2015. It's Alan, and he was joined in the studio by the Kansas City cheerleaders. They all came in, because the team were playing over here.
Beautiful.
So, the cheerleaders came in. And he was wondering what they had planned for the rest of the day while they were in London.
What's happening today?
Today we're actually going to go to Wembley Stadium. We can't wait to go take a tour and go look at the stadium and the field and spend some time with everyone over there.
Yeah, brilliant. And if you get a chance, there's a place, I said to the lovely lady here, Leadenhall Market, which is not far from here. Some nice restaurants, bars, very old, very quaint, it's beautiful. And that's the part of London, the insurance market, with all the big insurance. They insure the rest of the world, tankers, ships, all that.
Yeah, actually, 19-year-old Cindy Lou, she's majoring in maritime insurance. So she definitely wanted to go there.
I can't think hardly anybody in England coming to Britain would want to go there.
Go and find out all you need to know, ladies, about maritime insurance.
Here's Mr. Brazil now, chatting to golf correspondent Bob Bupka.
It really is a city within a city. You can get lost so fast in the Mall of America that if you don't get lucky, you may never come out.
Yeah, we Budapest. You ever been to Budapest, Bob?
What's that got to do with the Mall of America?
Is there anywhere that does maritime insurance there?
It's a great place, a lovely place. Definitely go there. Now, there is a theme to these next three clips, so we'll kick off with Alan discussing a poor run of form for Manchester City.
City at the moment, you look at them, and it looks like one or two of them, Pete, need a rock up the backside.
Fair enough. So what happened next, Andy?
Well, here he is talking Sunderland.
And as I said earlier, I don't mind saying it. I know you've got prima donnas now, but they need a couple of backsides kicked right up the backside.
You kick backsides up someone's backside.
Quite a hard
really, anyway, so there is a pattern forming, as you've probably gathered. But surely he can now move on from that subject when discussing Gareth Bale.
Right, look, I'm so pleased the news coming out of Spain, Gareth Bale shutting up some of his critics.
Well, apparently not. No. He needs a complete up his backside in the backsides.
Moving on now, here's Alan reflecting on Wales versus Scotland with rugby's Brian Moore.
The Welsh defence, the bodies on the line and bravery, courage, and it went a long way to sort of assuaging what had gone before.
We talk about throwing the ball about as well, Brian, don't we? But what about the Welsh defending?
Yeah, good point. I think it's kind of been discussed by the sound of it.
Yeah.
Now we think it's time for Big Al to broaden his horizons, and in fact, he gave it a go back in April.
I drive up here in the morning at 4 o'clock, and I want to catch up in the sport.
Yeah, exactly.
I should have the French on, you know. And it's what if you're listening, kids, please learn other languages.
Yeah, it's starting with English by the sound. Language.
When has Alan ever driven anywhere at 4 o'clock in the morning? He doesn't get it till about 3 minutes to 6.
That's right. I was driving at 4 minutes to 6.
10 minutes away.
Yeah, there we are.
Fantastic.
So what's next, Andy?
It's Mr. Brazil again, of course, because it's his section, and seemingly reluctant to give his opinion on a big championship game last season.
This is a massive night in the championship tonight.
Yes.
You look at some of the teams that are playing each other. Let's have a look for a start. Wolves. Wolves go to Borough. Now, there's a great game. And I mean a great game. Yeah. Borough Wolves, great game. Great game, that one. Great game.
I think it was 0-0. The right dog it was. No attempts on goal.
Great game.
Here he is unearthing some fascinating stats on managerial casualties in the Football League.
They recorded a total of 40 sackings before 31st of March, 4 more than the previous. Shadalam first said, 3 more managers been lost to jobs this month. I mean, I can't read it all.
Can't read anything by the sound of it.
Sounds like you were in front of the Wailing Wall at one point there, didn't it? Very odd.
Yeah. Here's Alan taking the school register approach to presenting.
Now, what's your understanding of Guardiola, Pep?
Guardiola, Pep. Here, sir. Alan with breaking news now, this time regarding Spurs.
Tottenham have signed defender Kevin, is it Wimmer from FC Cologne? So that's some breaking news for you. Defender Kevin Wimmer, I can't really, it just looks like squiggles to me from here.
He's singing The Lion Sleeps Tonight, wasn't he? Wimmer, woo. You get the idea.
Yeah, you do.
So, what's next? It is, over the years, of course, we've grown accustomed to Alan Brazil's long questions, but he's taking a bit of a different approach these days.
Barry, let's start with Andy.
Yep.
Today's opponent.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, right.
Yeah, from very long questions to no question.
I'm completely confused.
Yeah.
Expecting not to speak for the next 45 seconds at least.
That's very true.
Now, FIFA have a lot to answer for in 2015, but I don't think you can realistically blame them for this, Al.
Let's catch up. Former UEFA Chief Executive Gerhard Eigner, an ex-England fast bowler Matthew Hoggard. I'm losing it with FIFA.
Yeah, it was their fault. Therefore, you couldn't say Haggard.
That was in that panorama program.
It was, yeah. It was Alan. Yeah, excuse me. And Andrew Jennings shouting at them. Here's Alan with journalist John Dillon talking Brentford.
Rory Smith's piece in the Times. Arrivals of Paul Clement at Derby and Marinus Dukehuizen. Is that right?
Dykhuizen.
Yeah.
House of Dates. Or House with Dike.
House by the Dyke.
Yeah, that's it.
The House of Dyke. I think we'll take your word for the House of Dyke, Al.
Yeah, exactly.
What's next, Andy?
The clip lasted longer than the bloke's career, but never mind.
Yeah.
Time for a bit of motorsport on The Breakfast Show now.
We speak to former F1 driver Bruno Senna, who's now racing in Formula... What's that, Formula E? What's Formula E? Never heard of that, to be honest. Sure that's not a misprint.
No.
No, it exists. It's electric cars.
Yeah, very much so, yeah. Let's return to the summer now, and here's Alan discussing the conditions at Edgbaston with Dominic Cork during the Ashes.
It's cloud that I would say, having my experience.
I thought you'd know your clouds living in those peak districts of Derby.
No, I wasn't interested in geography. Geography? Well, isn't geography part of understanding clouds? What is it then?
Geography is where, land is based. Nothing to do with blooming clouds, is it?
I thought, well, how do you understand clouds then? What subject is that at school?
It's weather. Well,
you don't have weather subject, do you?
Yes, I did.
What, you had a weather subject at school?
Yes.
You're having a laugh.
Yes, Stromboli's cloud, and there's loads, Dom. I don't have time to tell you about them all. 8:17.
Can you imagine Alan at school, headmaster Brazil, where are you going? I got double weather, sir. I want a double weather. Double weather. He's talking about the...
Strombulus.
Yeah, the Stromboli cloud. Pinocchio's on again.
Here's Alan now doing his bit for tourism in Yorkshire.
I've never been up to York, Alan.
That's lovely. Beautiful. Although Paul Robinson told me yesterday, it's a beautiful city, but as soon as darkness descends, all the hen nights, all the stag parties come from surrounding areas. It's a battle zone at night. So during the day it's beautiful, at weekends at night time, nightmare.
Makes it sound like Basra. Let's not play I Predict a Riot. For goodness sake.
Yeah.
Now, they have some great guests on The Breakfast Show. And here's Alan speaking with a former Chelsea striker, Andrei Shevchenko.
The King's Barns as well. I haven't played there, Andre, but they tell me King's Barns is one of the best you can play. And it's beautiful up there as long as the weather holds out. Maybe the wind gets up a wee bit, but you'll have a beautiful time. And if you see, look, my friends up there, the little caddy from Martin Kmart, if you say hello to him, Craig the caddy, right? He's wee guy with a beard. You'll hear him before you see him. He never shuts up. But he's Martin Kmart's caddy. Say hello to him, Andre, because he's a lovely guy.
Okay.
Okay, I will, yeah.
Andre doesn't speak the greatest English. I wonder if he got wee guy with a beard. Probably not. Craig the caddy. And what's next, Andy? Here he is introducing another big name guest.
What a big night for Gary Cahill. Fantastic. England captain Gary Cahill. England take on Estonia tonight at Wembley, having already secured qualification. France next summer. Delighted to welcome manager Roy Hodgson to talkSPORT. Roy, a very good morning.
And to you, Gary, good morning.
No, everybody's called Gary. Not everyone's called Gary.
Well, you know, Gary.
The whole world of my dream, of course, is the whole team, and did a whole world of Garys. Gary. And finally, Breakfast went back to the future in October with a little sketch featuring youthful versions of Ian Danter and the Moose. They acted their little hearts out and pretended it was 1985. It was very key to the conceit, of course, as a lot of people did on that day around Back to the Future. It was very key that you entered into the spirit and acted as if it was 1985. And it was great that everyone did on breakfast. Well, we say everyone.
Delighted now to cross to our 16-year-old trainee journalist, Ian Abrahams, who has an exclusive interview with the Manchester United striker Alan Brazil. Now, Alan watched his side beat Chelsea 2-1 from the stands. Over to you, Ian.
Thank you, Ian. Alan, you didn't make the 11 today. Is it the back that's still playing up?
I can't remember, Moose. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, thanks.
He really entered in the spirit.
Could have got a bit method, couldn't he?